Hello everyone, hope you're all well and thanks very much for all the support with my videos. I'm very grateful. Today I want to speak about the spectre of celebrity in Irish politics. Now, this is something that's not quite a recent phenomenon. It's actually gone on quite a number of years in Ireland. We can think back to perhaps Jack Lynch, Taoiseach, leader of Fianna Fáil, who was ex-Cork GA star for many years. And a lot of people from the world of sport and now media are moving towards the world of politics. Now, this has happened quite remarkably if you consider the recent events in terms of the European elections, where we had Cynthia Murricu, who was famous for presenting the Eurovision. I think back in the 90s was an RTE presenter, then became a solicitor and romped home in the European elections as MEP for Fianna Fáil. Unsurprisingly, very much signed up part of the establishment. Also, we had previously Maria Walsh, an ex-Rose of Tralee, has been returned MEP for Fine Gael and bow down to their policies in the European Parliament. And also we had Kieran Malooly recently elected in the European elections for Independent Ireland and ex-RTE hack. So what do we really expect? And following on from all this, the answer is now to start looking for more celebrity, inverted commas, candidates. And the latest one to jump on the bandwagon is Allison Coleman for Fianna Fáil, who's going to run in the Louth constituency in the next election, who has a long-standing commitment to the public service, according to Micheál Martin. Now, she's worked for RTE, Sky News, BBC. So I agree with Micheál. She's had a long-standing commitment to public service, stroke propaganda, or whatever way you want to read that. So a complete yes woman for the establishment. And she said she wants to support and be a strong voice for a thriving, vibrant community in County Louth. But I wonder what her involvement was in the huge protests that took place in Drogheda over the last, and Dundalk also as well. We've seen that happening regarding the immigration chaos as well. But of course, Fianna Fáil have been fully signed up to this immigration chaos, much the same as the housing, health disaster, education disaster, cost of living disaster, neither go on. And just a complete yes woman for the political establishment. And this jumps on the back of Gráinne Seoige, ex-RTE, Virgin Media, who's going to be running in Galway West to try and take Eamon O'Queeve's seat, who's returned TD. Now, Gráinne Seoige is from Spiddal, in just outside Galway City, and again, jumping on the bandwagon for Fianna Fáil to be a yes woman for Micheál Martin and co as well. So as I've said, we've seen Nina Carberry also as well, recent MEP, who kept very quiet on the stumps, on the campaign trail over the last number of months, and got elected because of her celebrity, inverted commas. And this comes in the back of her performance in Dancing with the Stars, and also for her career as a jockey for many years, and from a famous family. So what's our political leanings? And we've a pretty clear part of the establishment. And one of the next ones being touted is Dahi O'Shea, Rose of Tralee presenter, and Kerry man from Dingle, who perhaps they're going to look at trying to run in the Kerry constituency to counter the Healy Rays, and following the recent resignation of Brendan Griffin, who's not running again as a TD for Fine Gael. That's 16 TDs that aren't running for Fine Gael in the upcoming general election. Now, it demonstrates a number of facets. One very important facet of this would be the fact that many of these so-called journalists are just propagandists for the political establishment. And many would move into jobs as PR advisors or media consultants. Highly paid ones, might I add. But then they move in that whole circle, which isn't media whatsoever, isn't investigative journalism. Don't ask any probing questions. Just sit on the fence and be yes men for the political establishment, and then you'll move into a nice position in Dail to be supported by the incumbents. And it shows you how far politics has fallen, where it's based on the cult of celebrity, personality, all this nonsense, where it's completely commodified and people think, oh sure, there's a bit of trust there because I know the guy off the TV. And it shows you there's no question of their policies or what's their intentions or what's their views on the most pertinent issues that impact people's lives. But they're just looking to jump on the gravy train, to be part of a corrupt political establishment that upholds the status quo. And it shows you how far journalism itself, as I said, has fallen, and these so-called celebrities moving into these positions, how far politics is divorced from the lives of ordinary people. Sad days in Ireland when you see this happening, but again, this is part of the facade of democracy, the illusion of democracy they try to portray to people in Ireland, to think we have a choice when a lot of these are made top-down decisions by the party political machines who are looking for their gender balance. They need 40% gender quota on their elected or representatives in the upcoming election, otherwise they lose half their funding. And so much of the party political purse is funded through ordinary people, which again hits ordinary people from putting their hands up and standing in general and local elections because they don't have the resources behind them and don't have the media money angle behind them, corporate media. So Ireland, I'm a celebrity, get me into the houses of the Oireachtas, the Seanad, the Dail, and on the gravy train that will keep the status quo rolling on, and ordinary people who'll be picking up the tab for these people jumping on the bandwagon. So we need a democracy from the ground up, for people, by the people, led by communities, led by people in their communities, not this facade and nonsense that will offer absolutely nothing and just uphold the status quo and keep the serious issues, systemic issues such as poverty, such as inequality, such as attacks on our freedom of speech, keep them intact, because that's what they want to do. And a lot of these yes men and yes women are quite capable of fulfilling their duties and responsibilities by doing their job in the media and then moving across into the houses of Oireachtas. That's how Ireland works. Thanks for all the support on my videos. Take care. Slán. See you soon. Bye bye.